Hello VOD. Hello Teo. Hello Alfie. Hello Spy. Hello Etchix. How's it going? How's everyone doing today? Base is looking good. I recently put some lights where they should be. Speaking of putting lights where they should be, let's light this up just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Now we can see it all. Hello everyone. How's it going? I have a very simple goal today, as you may see from the stream title. It is we are going to make 64 large chemical reactors. So the LCR, as I will be referring to it from now on, is my favorite multi-block in the entire game. And there's a couple reasons for this. One is it's really cute. It's just a perfect multi. It's well made. The second one is that it has perfect overclocks. And in Gregtech New Horizons, energy is a very funny thing. But generally, when you want to upgrade a recipe's energy, let's say a recipe runs at low voltage, or let's say ULV, 4 EU per tick. If you want it to go twice as fast, you need to give it, well, let's pick an LV recipe actually. That'll make our lives easier. All right, let's take this recipe, which is HV. So, it takes 3,600 seconds at, what is that, 1 amp of HV, about a little bit under. If you wanted to make this go in an EV assembler, which is a tier above HV, it would require 4 times as much energy, and it would go twice as fast. So that would be 1,800 seconds. So you would be losing about half of your energy efficiency, which is not good. The LCR has perfect overclocks, which means that you go 4 times as fast for 4 times as energy. And it is so good. So that's part of why I love the LCR. It's just a beautiful thing. It has so many cool recipes with all these balanced chemical equations, and like you make all sorts of fun things like acids and slurries and resins and just fun stuff. Hello, Casey Live. How's it going? Thank you for the Prime sub. Since a single block to LCR is the greatest achievement of GTNH, yeah, like agreed, Iscarius. It is the perfect multi-block. So today we're gonna make 64 of them. Well, maybe not today. It'll take us a couple of days probably. And we actually need to wait for HV because we are not allowed to craft HV components until HV. So we're kind of stuck on this electric motor step until, I don't know, maybe this Saturday. But let's actually pattern this out. So the large chemical reactor that we're going to do is going to require 64 of these controllers. Let me actually move my camera. Oh gosh, that's my, nope, that's my scene. I don't want to do that. The camera seems to be locked. So let's actually just get rid of the face cam right here. So I'm going to scroll on this, Control Shift B, and then I think it's Alt Control, or maybe it's just Controls, I don't even know. I scroll to get 64 at a time. The other thing we need to do is we can have between 8 and 22 chemically inert machine casings. So let's pattern this out. Command Shift B, or Control Shift B. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 22 times 64 stacks. I'm not going to worry about other buses. For now, we're just going to do all chemically inert machine casings, and then we'll just roll from there. The other things we're going to need is 64 cupronickel coils. I think I'll do aluminosilicate wool for now. So Control Shift B, 64. I'm gonna skip this song. Let's see, what's the next thing? PTFE pipe casings, so we'll need 64 of those. What else do we need? I think that's it. And then I'll worry about all the hatches on my own time. So let's do this, and then, all right, that's 304K polytetrafluoroethylene without counting all the parts. So let's get the pipe, the small pipe, and grab the plate recipe. And we'll need this and this. And then finally, let's grab our first polytetrafluoroethylene recipe that we're going to use, which I think is this. So let's grab that. And we will need a whopping 582 kiloliters of molten polytetrafluoroethylene, along with a smattering of other things. But we're going to worry about the smattering of other things later. Let me get my face cam back. All right, we're back. Muscle Maddie. Hello, Zirion. How's it going, my friend? How are you? I'm still kind of wanky with the recipe planner. I use it to bookmark random stuff I need to filter. Yeah, I do that too. First time catching the stream. Thank you for making me discover GTNH, and I'm currently approaching late LV. Looking forward to the chill vibes. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the Prime sub, and I'm glad you're here. All right. So, I think what we should start with today is a polytetrafluoroethylene line. And I'm going to go on a different page and start with this bookmark here. To get polytetrafluoroethylene, geez, we're going to want this recipe here. There's a couple of different recipes. I'm not exactly sure which one I want here. I think what I would like to do is separate the tetrafluoroethylene and the hydrochloric acid. That's like fine. That's fine. I can do that. Let me actually check the inverse of this, because I'm imagining. So this is 56 seconds for 1,500 polytetrafluoroethylene, or 8 seconds for 144 liters. Is there like a difference between this? I wonder if one is faster than the other. The server is not in HV yet. We are doing prep for this, so the LCR is used for all chemical reactor recipes, and I'm going to say to you, there's a ton of them. There's like circuit boards are pretty big. All types of circuit boards are made in the LCR, which we're going to need a ton of. All types of acids are used in the like hydrochloric, hydrofluoric acid. It's all made and used in here. All the types of rubbers and silicon stuff, that's also in this. So we're going to need a lot of stuff here. We also need hydrofluoric acid and chloroform. So I think our best way of making chloroform. I can do this, chat. I can do this. It's going to be okay. We need chlorine and methane. I think we'll do this recipe for now, because I think we need the cells, so this makes sense. Just say PTFE? I will from now on. Why not 577 LCRs? Well, I would need to be very, very bold for that. If you guys think I can do 576 LCRs, I don't know if I can. That's a pretty insurmountable task. Like low-key, I would need some hyping up for that, I think. I'm going to stick with what I know for now. So I did actually see this the other day. We need a lot of fluorine, obviously, for polytetrafluoroethylene. The way I know how to get it is through cryolite dust, which actually happens to be HV. I didn't realize that before. If we were going to do this, we would need about 2,500 cryolite dust, which I actually already gathered. But we're actually not in HV yet, so our best options are actually lepidolite, which is an MV electrolyzer, blue topaz, and topaz. And I am scared to think about how much we're going to need. Yeah, we need about 10,000 topaz dust, which actually, in hindsight, is not that bad. That's not that bad at all. And we get a bunch of good stuff like silicon dioxide, alumina, hydrogen, oxygen. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Okay, I mean, this is pretty simple. We get one electrolyzer. We need methane. So we need a centrifuge to turn plant matter into methane. So that's that. Let me actually get a notebook and write this down. Handy dandy. Just say a Teflon, my dearest 10-1. Does it come with parallels? So it doesn't ever need parallels, right? If you have perfect overclocks, that is essentially the same as having infinite parallels. I think there are some exceptions, but yeah. So we need electrolyzer. centrifuge. What is this? There we go. Methane, chlorine, we need another electrolyzer for, so I'm going to times 2. One chem reactor for chloromethane, I think. Is that what it is? From here, we need... Oh, sorry, it's chloroform. My bad. We need hydrofluoric acid, which is another chem reactor, so that's 2 of you. And then from here, we combine those 2 in another chem reactor, so that's times 3. And then another chem reactor to get oxygen and polytetrafluoroethylene. So that's 4. And I think we're good. I think that's it. That's actually a very small line, if I'm going to be completely honest. So let's get that all crafted. I do believe we're out of MV machine hulls. So let's craft an entire stack of those, because I think that would be satisfying. Hello, GR Beth Thompson. I don't know. I think HV is going to be in like a week or 2. I actually don't know. I should know this, right? I'll ask Hekibo one of these days. We'll see. How's it going, GR Beth Thompson? But yeah, we are preparing for something that is coming relatively soon, hopefully. So I'm not doing this for nothing. All right, there we go. That'll be some machine hulls for the road. Let's pattern out the machines we need. Let's just go for advanced. 1, 2 of those. Centrifuge. We just need 1. Actually, we'll probably need a few. I can actually very easily see methane being one of the slowest parts of this. Let me look at the rates just off the noggin. So, let's see. Stone dust. We can do wood into methane, 10 seconds, 60 liters. This could be done in a multi-block centrifuge, honestly. But we need a steady supply of wood, which we just don't have yet. I guess I could just mine out a bunch by hand for a bit. Do you have any specific uses for these LCR? Or are they just for everything? Yeah, I'm just gonna build 64 of them and like take them as I need them and put them in lines. I just want to have like 64 of them in one room. I think that would be cool. All right, so we got logs out the wazoo. I'm trying to think of, will I have this near enough a steam setup that I can get a steam centrifuge for methane? I don't want to take up all that space. Let's see. So I want to get some bees running soon. I might have enough space for them here, but I want to put them here. I was going to request a salt bee and a cryolite bee that we could use for automatic fluorine and chlorine from Aspect. So I'm going to leave some space here, I think. And then yeah, we should have definitely enough space. I don't know. Should I put a steam centrifuge here or should I just use a couple of regular ones? You tell me, chat. Because a steam centrifuge has 8 parallels. Oh man, I think it's too good not to use, right? Such a pain. It'd be kind of ass to craft one of these right now. But let's start with this small centrifuge, and then if I need to upgrade it later, I will. We are still using MV chem reactors because we're still in MV. So we're gonna have to wait a bit before we can do anything funny. I think I don't need any pumps or anything interesting, just a couple of motors. So this should be really easy actually. Okay, let me pattern out what we need. Copper nickel wire. Doing this from 16 times. Let's see, what else do I need? We are missing 16 MV circuits and 8 silver wire and 7 machine holes, which is totally understandable. There's our machine holes. Do we have MV circuits? What MV circuits do we use again? I think it's these shitty good electronic circuits, which we'll use. Okay, this is the recipe we want. So here's that. Good circuit boards. We have a couple of those. I'm just gonna yoink these and put them in the first one. Diodes, we have enough for a little bit. Copper wire. I feel like this is out of order. This isn't normally like this. And yeah, that's about it. Just electronic circuits and copper wire. Hello, Zareth. How's it going? How are you doing? How goes the run? It's going well. We've got some good infrastructure. We're still in MV, crazily enough, because we're moving very slow due to the rules. Let me put these to craft, and I can show you around a little bit. All right, there we go. Hello, Flurbin. This is my teammate, Flurbin. We're on the same team. Welcome to the base. This is what we got. This is what we're working with. I've been doing pretty much all the building on the server. I'm very proud of what I got. Zareth is another GTNH streamer who we used to work the night shift. We used to both stream at like 2 a.m. Eastern, but I've changed changed since. Yeah, it's all deep slate. It's always gonna be deep slate. Deep slate, my beloved. Oh yeah, Flurbin has been working very hard on some farms. He's been working on all of the alcohols, or at least most of them. My favorite here is the fake bottled Jägermeister. Nice, coming into UMV, which gives me Regen 5 and Nausea 5, which is, it's a lot of nausea. It's 5 of them, actually. But yeah, it gives me a good Regen 5 for a little bit, which would be pretty good if I ever wanted to do blood magic, which I don't. But we're gonna sell them. We're gonna sell them at the community market, so it's all gonna be good. Let's put that back. Why do I have 10? Oh yeah, I did that. I did that myself. All right, let's see if we have enough. I think we would be missing silver wire, and then what else are we missing here? Is it diodes? It must be. So let's replace these tin bolts with diodes real quick. I think that should be enough for now. I hope that should be enough for now. One can only hope. How have you been, Zareth? Okay. Silver wire. Do we have any silver wire? Canthal, fine soldering alloy. Yes, there we go. I had an idea to do a trade station based at an OC that people could connect to and trade items in GTNH. Yeah, that would be a fun side project. We've been doing a lot of trading on this server because there's a bunch of people on it. So, that'll be nice. That would be nice if you figured that out. All right, we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't do it, chat. Don't say it. Don't say it. 7 advanced combustion generators, which is going to require 7 more circuits. Hopefully we have enough here. Uh-oh. I think we have exactly enough, and then I'll need to craft some more circuits later. Cheers, Kazuna Kid. How's it going? All right, there we go. That's everything. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alrighty, it's time to set this up. We might need some pipes, nothing crazy. Tiny Stabaloy is good. Item conduits will be nice. There's a glitch with baubles, so I need to click back into my bauble slot, disable my glider. Dude, the baubles, Migration was not good for multiplayer. The bobbles break so often. It's so frustrating. I am so old, I am out of the loop for those two numbers. I only know them because of this SMP. You know what? I think you're better off, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna leave some space for... We want fluorine, chlorine, B's, so I'm gonna set that up there. And I'm gonna leave 3 space here, and then we're gonna start up right here. So, let's review the line real quick. It all starts with chloroform. So that's 2 electrolyzers, one electrolyzer for chlorine, 1 electrolyzer for methane. Let's see, what's the best way to do this though? Because I need the chloroform cells. I hate cell crafting so much sometimes, chat. I think circuit 13, the way that I have this, with the methane cells and the chlorine, it's like raw chlorine, is probably the best way to do this. So yeah, let's roll with that actually. I'm gonna need super tanks at the wazoo, so I'm actually gonna grab some super tanks right now, like make them. Let's make about 8 of them. That sound fair? I feel like 8 super tanks sounds pretty fair. Hermetic casing 1, electric pump 1, steel fluid pipe. Right click all of that. Let's see what we're missing. 8 plates, 8 motors, understandable. And then I need to do this and that. Come on, come on. Okay. And then some reason 8 bronze screws. I haven't made bronze screws in a little bit. Is that your or my machine's power failing? My machines don't power fail. That's a lie. They probably do, but not when I'm online. They're scared of me, bro. They know better than to do that. And we will also need some smaller fluid tanks. I would say like ULV or LV fluid tanks. I think these MV fluid tanks will just do fine. The goldfish are working correctly. Oh no, not the goldfish. And yeah, we'll need drawers as well. So let me grab a bunch of drawers. Let's do 9 frame drawers with... I'm feeling... Well, actually, I kind of need to look upstairs because I forgot what I use upstairs. Yeah. I use this this smooth deep slate. Are there any real fish in your fish reactor? No, I don't know if there's such thing as real fish in the game. Like there's no swimming fish in 1.7.10 that I know of. If there were, that would be cool. Real fake fish? Yeah, we could do some real fake fish if I can be creative and find out how to do that. I feel like my frames are dropping rapidly and I feel like I don't know why. Anyway, this will be wood. So let's go extract on brown and insert on brown. I'll just farm out a bunch of wood. Maybe we'll do that on stream at some point. Actually, I need to get this set up early, right? So let's go grab this. Go grab a bunch of wood from our storage downstairs because the methane is probably going to be the slowest part of this whole thing. So let's see. Rainforest oak. Just grab, a couple stacks, just a few. Nothing crazy. Yeah, this is the setup for getting multi-chem reactors in HV. We are getting set up. Alrighty, let's put our first combustion generator right here. And hook it up with some biodiesel, courtesy of Flurbin. So let's do that as well. Okay, circuit 1. I did not know that needed a circuit. That's crazy. And here's our very small amount of methane. Hopefully that will be enough, but it's looking kind of grim. The other thing we'll need is a electrolyzer. What do we need? Yeah, electrolyzer for chlorine. Let me think about how I want to do this. I think if I do it to the right here, I can put the chem reactor in the middle, and then, yeah, that actually works well. That works well. So chem reactor here, advanced electrolyzer, chlorine will go here. Extract, this will be on white for salt, and then insert on white. Cool, that's pretty easy. Oh, and then I need to do some fluid cell swapping, which is going to be annoying. Okay, let's think about this. So our output will be chloroform cells. We get methane cells specifically to go into here and then pulled into the LCR. Okay. Let me think about this. Hello, Skybad Noob. How's it going? How are you today? Oh, I love this song. Hate cell crafting. Item conduits make it tolerable. Exactly. Yeah, I wish they would just add another fluid slot to like single blocks. I think, genuinely, I think that is my number one. That is like one of the biggest turnoffs for new players. I feel like once you get to the point where you need to do cell crafting, it's so like unwieldy for no reason whatsoever. Like it's just, I know it's an old system and I know it would probably be hell to untangle all the code, but man, if they did that, like new players would be so much happier. And like, yeah, like it just makes sense. Okay, so let me think about this. We need to input methane cells. Oh, also we need some item filters, duh. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can quit right now because my frames are kind of dropping. I don't think there is. Whatever, we'll be okay. I know Flurbin made a bunch of basic item filters. I probably don't need that many. Making the cells is a pain too. Yeah, exactly. There's just a lot of hurdles that make it kind of annoying. So let's extract on brown, always active, basic filter, and we want methane cells to go in here, or to get extracted, I guess. We'll insert on brown. Okay, that's good. This will auto output chlorine. Let's grab some salt just to proof of concept this. I think I was processing, oh yeah, there we go, rock salt, my favorite. If you didn't know this, chat, rock salt electrolyzes like twice as fast as regular salt. So if you need to choose between the two, always go rock salt. I'll show you this. Chlorine, rock salt, electrolyzer. So 3.6 seconds at LV versus 16 seconds at LV. It's actually it's over 4 times as fast to turn rock salt into chlorine than it is chlorine, or salt into chlorine. Hello, Shrevy CS, how's it going? And hello, Jester, yes, today is LCR day. You know it, homie, you know it. Okay. That goes there. We auto output the chlorine. Lock this to chlorine. This goes in here with a circuit 613. Nice. All right, we got our chloroform. Chat. Do you think that we can fully loop the hydrochloric acid back into chlorine? Hold. So, in order to get one chloroform cell, we need 6,000. No, because there's chlorine in the chloroform cell. That's silly of me. I can recycle about half of it, though, because that's HCl right there. So 6 to 3. Yeah, should probably just keep the chlorine, hydrochloric acid words. Let's do this. Auto extract. There we go. Okay, we'll need some way eventually to put cells back into this methane tank, but we'll worry about that later. This will extract on purple, and we're going to filter chloroform cells. And we'll need to figure out what to do with that. Okay, the next part is hydrofluoric acid, which is fluorine and hydrogen. Low-key, I have half the mind to set up another one of these lines with the phosphoric acid looping. I just might do that. For now, I'm going to hand feed what I need, and then we'll worry about that some other day. Please let me in. Please. Oh, I'm flying. Oh my god. I'm so silly. Okay, light blue seems like a good for potassium, a good color for potassium. Prost. Cheers, psa. Happy to finally have my wisdom teeth extracted. I still haven't done that. I'm still wise, chat. I don't know if you can tell. Okie dokie. Chlorine is piling up. As we could tell, methane is the slowest part. Let's just chuck some cells in here to get things going. This is good. And I'm gonna not have this void. I never want this chlorine to void because we're hand feeding the salt right now. Let me think. I don't think there's much else we need to do here. I'm trying to decide if I want to produce the hydrogen and fluorine from nothing. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put a second electrolyzer here. We're gonna do, oh gosh, sorting out the output. Oh, wait. Yes, this makes hydrogen and oxygen and fluorine. So we just need to get a good source of topaz or purple topaz or blue topaz or whatever the heck it is. Wait a minute, chat. We're in. We're good. We're so good. Okay. I just need to sort out all of the outputs of this stuff because it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe we can do a quad drawer here and then a fluorine tank. So let's do fluid output here. Split this in half and then let's get a quad drawer. You can crouch left click conduits with a wrench to open the menu? Okay, wait, well, let's try that in a second. I feel like someone was telling me about this and I was like sleeping on it low-key. Hello, Orange, how's it going? How are you? Let's see, crouch, right click. Nope, that just deletes it. Is it crouch left click maybe? This would have saved me so many hours of pain. Oh my god, and I've been playing with Ender.io for like literal ages. This is... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. We're just gonna move on. Life is good. There's nothing wrong. Let's yep. Up. Oh my god. Of course, man. Of course. That's all good. I'm not. Ooh, that's got a little kick. Okay, we'll move that right, and then fluid auto output. Check deep slate dust output. Deep slate dust. Excuse me? Cobbled deep slate dust. Kyanite red garden. Whoa, whoa, what the? Whoa, hold. I don't know what most of this is. Red garnet is, I think, useless. Spessartine, aluminum. Yeah, I think there's manganese in here somewhere, but I'm not going to try to find that. Let's see. Chlorite. Magnesium. Plagioclase, aluminum, sodium, silicon, oxygen. Staurolite. No, nothing very good in deep slate dust that I can see. Am I missing something? Metamorphic mineral mixture dust? Why is there titanium in here? It's EV though. That is an EV centrifuge. Titanite. Thorium. Huh. That's okay. That is okay. Let's see if we have, what is it called? Topaz for our fluorine. Topaz raw, nope. Crushed, nope. Dust, nope. I'm afraid we have no topaz, so I might have to go on a mining trip today, which might be nice to break up the line slop at some point. Okay, oh man, I wish I did have some topaz though. Does amber count as topaz? Wait, what? No, no, it doesn't. Okay, that's different than amber. Okay, okay. So, okay, theoretically, from this, we will be getting fluorine and then oxygen and hydrogen cells. Hydrofluoric acid we can make with the hydrogen cell and the fluorine. So, let's grab a chem reactor. Right here, we're going to filter the input on this chem reactor with our newfound technology. We're going to do insert on, is it pink that I do? Yeah, it's pink, it's pink. This will be filtered to hydrogen cell big. Then extract on, I guess we'll just do pink for now. I'm sure I'll need to extract the oxygen cell. So maybe we actually just do this on a neutral color. No, no. Okay, there we go. No. I'm not used to it. I feel like wrench is always left click and this is throwing me off. Insert on light gray with the filter. We'll do extract on light gray. Always active. Okay, okay. How did you learn to know all this, to understand how everything works? A lot of trial and error, but I've been playing like with Ender.io since I was a little kid. Like I've been playing Sky Factory 3, but mostly it's from like watching other content creators. Like Kat and Vin were super helpful when I was starting up. I would watch them and learn so much. Those are still my favorites right there. Yeah, I forget who else I used to watch a bunch of. All right, so, but yeah, you experiment, you get in there, you get a little dirty with it. Is there an option? Circuit 11 gives me the hydrofluoric acid cell. So we'll do that. Then we'll item auto output to here, which will be one more chem reactor, which will give us tetrafluoroethylene and hydrochloric acid. I actually wonder if the chlorine can fully loop in this. Like, let's think about it real quick. The chloroform we're getting gives us half, for one chloroform cell, let's do 2 because we need 2 for the recipe. Costs 12,000 liters of chlorine. We get 6,000 back, so we're 6,000 down. And then we go and make the tetrafluoroethylene. And then we get 6 hydrochloric acid cells back. Chat, that looks like we're positive on hydrogen and fully recycling hydrochloric acid. That's true, Etchix. You're absolutely right, right? Because, yeah, the PTFE it's only carbon and fluorine, right? So we should, because we're adding with the CH4 and the chlorine, we're adding hydrogen, which we're not using, and we're adding chlorine. So yeah, maybe we should figure out how to loop this instead of electrolyzing salt. Which means that I can repurpose this current electrolyzer for hydrochloric acid. All right, this is about to get so much more complicated, but I think it'll pay off in the end. So let's see about this. So hydrochloric acid, I think we're getting this in liquid form mostly. If it is in liquid form, we'll need a cell, which is annoying, but it'll be what it is. And then we get the chlorine back on circuit 1, and then a hydrogen cell, which we can actually use to make hydrofluoric acid. This is kind of working. This is kind of going. We're kind of doing a thing. Although it's going to be kind of a nightmare to balance the hydrogen we get from the electrolysis of whatever this is and the hydrogen we get from electrolyzing. Oh my gosh, this just got 10 times more complicated. All right, well, we'll figure it out together. We'll figure this out. For now, I'm not going to worry about the loop. I want to get everything set up, and then I think it'll be easier to visualize the loop afterward. Hello, John. How's it going? This is why I like making when I made PTFE, it was either on AutoCraft recently, or it was I would just handcraft it in batches. And my first gate run, I just loved handcrafting things with the LCR. It's so satisfying. That's probably why it's still one of my favorite multis, or just like anything machines to this day. I don't know why the balanced chemical equations just do something to my cranium. So yeah, I mean, I've never made a PTFE line before, so we're figuring this out together. Been better, been worse. Thinking I don't want to complain. I understand that, my friend. It is what it is. Okay. Where do we get topaz? That is the first question I want answered. We get small ores. Oh gosh, wait a minute. This is going to be the worst, isn't it? Maybe I should go for lepidolite then, because it's only small ores. I have an idea. I have a Fortune 80 pickaxe. Let's take a look. Let's see how bad topaz mining is, and then we'll work on it. We'll think about it, okay? Let's see. Anyone see any topaz yet? If you see any topaz, let me know, okay? Chat, this is not looking good. Glauconite. I might have depleted all the topaz from here. Hello, friends. I'm beginning to think this won't be a very sustainable source of fluorine. What do you guys think? Hello, everyone, and their mama, and their sister, and their grandma. Jeez, mobs. Yeah, this is looking chalked. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm Unless we can find like a big stony area. Ow. Come on, man. I hate poison. Sapphire has veins in the twilight? Sapphire. Is that blue topaz? Is that what you were saying for the... Let's see about blue topaz. That's also small ore. Does sapphire have fluorine in it? Why does it look like that? Biomes of plenty. Sapphire ore. That's just aluminum oxide. Or molecule. Aluminum and oxygen. Biotite from stone lily? Nah. I can't be doing that. I can't be seen doing crops, okay? Not in public, alright? Alright, I think we're gonna go with lepidolite, which is our other option. This one is pretty common. This is in salt veins around the overworld and in the twilight, but it won't really spawn in the twilight because it's a height of 50 to 70. So it's a little hard to find in the twilight given that it's like at Y30 most of the way. Let's see, salt vein over here. The Monopoly board. This looks like our salt vein. Oh. Well, that might not help me that much. We might have lepidolite then, because I feel like I mined this recently. One more second, chat. We're waffling a little bit. Although, as soon as we get to HV, which is very soon, I can make an HV electrolyzer. I mean, theoretically. The HV electrolyzer does not use any HV components. We could transform up to use this advanced electrolyzer, but I do think that's against the spirit of the run. So we're not going to be doing that for now. Let's T-search lepidolite. That does not look good. Oh. Okay, we've got a little bit. This turns into 2, which has a lithium side output. Do we want any of this? Cesium. Is cesium used in anything that we care about? Plutonium-based liquid fuel. Can't make that yet. Super fuel binder. Magic super fuel. What? Magic solid super fuel. Why would I ever make this? Smelt 750 items. Okay, so that's all useless. Is it just me or do small ores suck? Yeah. They just put shit in my inventory and I don't really appreciate that most of the time. So I don't really care about, like, I mean, I could get some lithium. I don't really need it that bad, but we'll give it a whirl later. I just want a little bit to saturate the line so that way we can get this thing going. I don't really know what it looks like otherwise, and it's hard to visualize, really. So I like gathering this stuff and like having the line operate as we go. So let me think about this. This will make oxygen, which we need. The hydrogen is a bonus, so we don't need that anymore. But we get a little bit of fluorine. We just need the cells for oxygen, which we can loop. And then we need to trash all the items somehow, which is totally fine. Okay, that seems reasonable. Oh yeah, it needs a generator. Oh my god. That one's on me, chat. Use it as a building block. What's the ore with big scratch looks? They don't look like normal ores. I think those are biomes of plenty stuff. Yeah, I don't know if those ever actually spawn. I think they're just kind of a byproduct of biomes of plenty existing. So this no longer needs this connection because we are doing hydrofluoric. We need the fluorine in here and we need, okay, that's going in there. Lock auto output, fluorine is in, and then we need hydrogen cells. And we're gonna get our hydrogen cells from electrolyzing hydrochloric acid. So this electrolyzer right here is going to be repurposed. And in that case, I can probably just entirely get rid of this super tank here. I guess we'll hold on to it for now. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I need some type of fluid pipe. I guess I could use these tiny stabili. There's nothing wrong with that. Hydrochloric acid. What do you want, buddy? You're getting cat taxed. Everyone say hello to Newton. Newton, do you have anything to say? Yeah? Hello, Tube B. How's it going, first time chatter? Are you smelly? No, you're not smelly. Circuit 1 with a cell gives me my hydrogen cell and my everything back. So that's pretty much what we want to do. Circuit 1, give it some cells. Do I have cells? Oh my gosh, that is slow. What do you want, Newton? What's up? Do you see him? He's sticking his head up. Hello, Jester, by the way. Cheers. Stone Dust Biotype Fluorine. Boo. That's too slow. We'll be in HV soon and we can electrolyze cryolite, so. All right, the hydrogen cells. We will take through the conduit. We can use a different color channel. I like pink for this, so pink as it is. And then, yeah, we can just bring that straight over here. Onto pink. There you go. Atta boy. Oh, okay. He's auto-putting the cells into my inventory. All right, now, here is the coup de grace. We need all of the cells. We can probably just auto-output right here. And all that does is just turn into tetrafluoroethylene. So what we need to do is bring this conduit all the way this way. And luckily, we have so many color channels, everything is going to be okay. This is on purple. So I'm going to insert on purple here. And that's going to be extract always active. There we go. And then once we power that, we should be good. I'm going to change the color of this because I don't like how it's clashing. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Let's grab our combustion gen right here. This should work. By all means, this should be working. I'm a little bit scared that it's not, actually. What's up with you? So you got hydrofluoric acid. Oh, you need more hydrofluoric acid. What are you missing? Hydrogen, which you're slowly getting hydrogen cells from. Oh, this just is an auto output. Okay, we're good. We just need to set this to auto output. Cells come through. We're good. We're good. Saw your awesome performance on Jeopardy? Man, that was a long time ago. I almost forgot about that. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do, which is actually really easy, is we extract on... What? Is there a channel that we haven't used? Like light gray, I think is fine. Yeah. Extract on light gray, we get our hydrochloric acid cells, and we need to somehow dump them down here in this super tank. This might be a good opportunity to get rid of this super tank of chlorine because I actually don't think I need it. And then I can move the electrolyzer 1 over, and then, yeah, I can do some conduit stuff to get the cells in there, and then the empty cells. Okay, I'm seeing the line. I'm seeing how this is gonna go. Let me grab all of this real quick. Grab you, grab you. Sometimes things just work out the way they're supposed to. This goes back here. We got our combustion gen. This is supposed to be electrolyzing hydrochloric acid. So do that and that. Circuit 1? Yeah, circuit 1. I'm going to put the super tank over here. That's auto outputting. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Chlorine goes back this way. And then the hydrogen we're extracting on pink. Recently discovered GTNH, so I have a lot of content to catch up on. Yes, you do, my friend. There is so much. Welcome to the world. Okay, this will extract always active, and then we'll bring the hydrochloric acid. Fuck. Gotta get rid of this and this. The hydrochloric acid cells are on light gray. Insert into here. We get our cells back, and then we just need to cycle the cells back into this electrolyzer, and then we're good. So I'm gonna do one more channel. We're gonna extract on dark gray or regular gray and insert on gray. This should work, ideally. Man, that is confusing. So, oh yeah, and then we need to get empty cells into the methane as well. Let me think about this. Will we be getting empty cells from something concrete at the end of this? Yeah, because we'll be getting empty cells from here. So I just need one more channel and then insert the empty cells from the output into here. Jeez, that's convoluted. A little bit of ink spots. There we go. Okay, so we have our tetrafluoroethylene. The final challenge here is to turn this tetrafluoroethylene and polymerize it, as we call it, into polytetrafluoroethylene. So we will auto output the fluids here. All of our solids are dealt with because it's just the hydrochloric acid cells, which are being fully recycled. This needs to be combined with oxygen cells, which is very easy to supply from here. We're going to get rid of this and then insert on, I'm going to say cyan, because that's my favorite oxygen color. Although we might need to just filter this. Yeah, I think we need to filter this and do light gray. There we go. Oxygen cell. There we go. Hopefully this works. Molten polytetrafluoroethylene, we just need circuit 1. And power. I always do that. I feel like I'm like, why isn't it working? I haven't plugged it in. There we go. Look at her go. Champion. All right, let's put this here. I can move the chlorine because I don't really need that no more. Let's put that downstairs somewhere. I thought my stream lagged. No, it did not. It's just my brain. I feel like I have another chlorine something. Let me just put these on the shitty aluminum cells, and then I can empty out my good cells. Are you guys almost halfway yet with GTNH? Not even close, my friend. So we are in MV. This is medium voltage. We started Stone Age, LV, MV. Stone Age Steam, LV, MV. That's how far we are. We have HV, EV, IV, LUV, ZPM, UV, UHV, UEV, UIV, UMV, and then M game. This is a long pack, but I only see it as a good thing because it just means that we have so much more good content to get to. But yeah, we've got a little bit. We've got a little bit of time. There is so much, and it's actually, I've been through all of it, and it's like 99% of it is so fun. All right, we do need to insert empty cells. I don't know if let's see what color channels we have left. Actually, I don't need this. I need it here. Are we using white on this? No. Yeah, let's use white here. So we'll do extract on white, always active, and then insert on white. So we should get our methane cells coming back through making chloromethane, which is perfect. That will go somewhere into here. So I guess our only thing right now is that we need to process a bunch of lepidolite to get our fluorine. And this is starting to go. This is good. This is looking very good. Not 64 mega LCRs. That's a little later down the line. Mega LCRs require ludicrous voltage because you need fusion coil blocks. So these are very expensive. Yeah. Just very expensive. That's all. Enough said. Do you wait for all groups to catch up, or is there a timeline for tiers? Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So we wait for every different team to get together, and we like kind of negotiate on a day that we move forward. So, hello Voidbound, how's it going? I'm gonna switch into default skin real quick. Oof. We are at tier, like, what, 4 of 13, 15, 16? All right, it looks like I'm gonna have to go mining a lot to get the... I can't tell how much lepidolite I would need for this. We can, like, calculate it out. Let's see. For 576 kiloliters, we need 15, I think it's 1.5 million fluorine. Is that what that says? And then we need to do, where's the pink? There we go. Oh, Jesus. That's 15,000 lepidolite dust. I guess we'll just wait till HV and I'll set up the cryolite. God damn. Does cryolite give oxygen? No, it's just fluorine and aluminum. So we need to source oxygen somewhere else, but I mean, fair enough. I think this is working. I genuinely think that the first step is done. We just need to, we might go mining today, but I think I want to get a tally of some other stuff that we need to get going. Like we're going to need some copper nickel coils. We're going to need HV machine hulls, which is not bad at all. This is very doable. Gold cable. So let's start collecting stuff, shall we? Oxygen comes from phosphoric. Yeah, I have one of those setups here. I would just either need to link it all the way or like, you know, figure something out that I don't want to do. But yeah, we have plenty of oxygen and hydrogen for now. Another thing we should do is probably get some upgrades for drawers. Let's do that actually. Put this in that, put that in that. We'll do an upgrade here and a void upgrade. Oh, this is a good source of lithium though. Okie dokie. Let's get a chest and let's get going. Here is going to be the LCR chest. We need our PTFE line, which is done. 64 cupro nickel coils, not done. 64 HV machine hull, done. 256 HV circuit, not done. 64 stainless rotor, and 64, there's something else that we needed. HV motor, which we can't craft yet. We're not allowed to craft these. Let's see. All right, let's grab the machine hulls first because that should be like dirt cheap, very easy. Well, actually, maybe we should wait to craft those because we haven't crafted a single HV machine hull yet. I'll compile all the resources. I think we're pretty good though because I did smelt out about, you know, 8,000 stainless steel over the past couple of weeks. Let's see, what will we need for electric motors? That I can at least gather everything. 2 times silver cable. Ooh, we're gonna need a lot of silver that I was not prepared to think about. Stainless steel rods, magnetic steel rods. Let's grab what we have. Hey Brianna, how's it going? It's been a minute. How are you doing? Oh my... I hate that you can strip logs with offhand healing axe. That... Oh. The amount of times I have done this, and there has been 0 of those times that I have wanted to do that. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. It's gonna be okay, Chad. It's gonna be okay. Okay, we need 2 stacks of silver wire, so let's get that going. 2 stacks of 4 times, oh, actually, that's 4 stacks of 4 times electrum wire, which means we need 512 electrum. We don't have that. I think you can dupe electrum nuggets, but is it really worth it? Okay, yeah, that'll do. 2, oh my gosh, why did that happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go. Oh. Yeah, we have some silver and gold. I think we're good for a bit. Why does this always get stuck? I have half the mind to just put an extract speed upgrade on this. I'm done fooling with this. Oof. Extract on black. Always active. And then let's swap this recipe real quick. If we can. Uh-oh. No, do we just make potent? God damn it. Oh. Suffering from success. All right, 2 stacks, 2 stacks. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe I was feeling something else. Where is that thing I was looking at? There we go. The Tumbaga accident. Was that antimony you just put in? Don't tell me that was antimony. Just don't even. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. I'm getting rolled by this silly game. Speed upgrade. Piston. $64 5 iron gears. Yeah, we can do that. What was the first thing I was missing? 64 copper wire and 5 steel gears. That's what it was. Okay. Copper wire. I may suffer from short-term memory loss, but at least I don't suffer from short-term memory loss. They should blacklist the interaction from Healing Axe specifically. I would kiss someone on the mouth if they did that straight up. "12 wash streak. Hello, Maria. How's it going?" I spent 20 minutes wondering why my extruder wasn't working. I found out I placed it on the chest instead of the cable and never checked. Flurbin has been doing that, or Flurbin started doing that in LV. He was not hip to the shift click meta. But now he is. I have put him on, I think. We'll have to see. We definitely have enough polyethylene, just not here. Okay, let me grab some. Easy money. You know, they were talking about Healing Axe Bobble Slot. I don't know if I would go that far. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's a little bit... That's like a nuclear option for the Healing Axe. I think it trivializes... you need to give up something, right? If you're using the Healing Axe, there needs to be something that you give up. But I do think that they should remove the log stripping feature from Healing Axe specifically. Because that's just annoying. That no one ever wants that. I understand the illegality of this, but you can just eat food. No. How dare you? How dare you suggest such a heretic thing in my chat, John B. Cursed? It's almost like it's in your name. Shame. Shame. I'll ban myself. We'll be worse off without you, John. Stainless steel rods, we can do that. Stack of stainless. And then I think that's everything for the motors, so we can cross that off of our list. I think. I'll wait until we put it all in the chest. 64 stainless steel rotors. That's what I'm interested in. This we will always do in fluid solidifier because it's just fractionally better. We need 272 ingots. Damn. And how many stacks is that? 4 stacks plus 16. Okay. That feels like it hurts, but I don't think it actually does in the grand scheme of things. Let's do this, then take that mold out, get our rotor mold, put that down there. Nice, nice. We can, in fact, fluid extract stainless steel. Life is worth living. The one thing that I've been putting off that we will need to do, chat, we need to make a lot of circuits. A lot of circuits. Way more than you and I are prepared for. Let's go look at those in a sec. So, we need to make 4 stacks of HP circuits. The current recipe we have is to make these advanced circuits. This is not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad though. Let's pattern all of this out and just get every single thing we need right up front. So, integrated logic, random access memory. Let's also do the regular SMD stuff because I don't want to use advanced SMDs because we can't make those. The next part is the good integrated circuit. Yeah, this is easy enough. We can't make SMD diodes yet just because of ORDICT, but that is what it is. And then integrated logic circuit. We'll do this and that. This isn't looking terrible. We need a good amount of diodes. Let's see if we can cross off the diodes already. As I remember, TofuCorp have a no healing X run on Project Singularity. I think they are no healing X, but they're basically doing the same thing, just a little more annoying, which is where they have like a lunch box with like just stacks of the most good food. And after you like automate that, after a while, it's just like, do I remember to occasionally take like 3 seconds out of my day to nosh on some food? And that's it. Like just right click this little lunchbox. So I don't really see the difference. Like it doesn't really phase me. Okay, we've got a good bit of diodes. No one's been buying because no one has coins. That's 8 stacks. We need 32. Oof. Lunchbox doesn't strip logs. That's true. Hi, jet lag. Are you planning on a centralish power spine for HV? That's a good question. Do you guys know if we can do nukes in HV? Like, we'll have titanium, right? We'll have vacuum freezer and titanium. I have never done nukes before. If we do nukes, I will do a central power spine. Hello, Zadeas guy. Yes, we're doing 64 LCRs for the fun of it. Also, they're just really good, so. So let's see what we're going to do for this. I have a feeling we'll do gallium arsenide and fine tantalum wire. I don't want to do wafers because that seems very wasteful. We've already knocked out 512. Oh, that's really not that bad at all, chat. That looks like pretty free, actually. Surprisingly so. Let's see how many circuit boards we have. Oh boy, we have a good amount for once in our lives. It's all going bye-bye though. Integrated logic circuits. We'll need to cut these down, and this looks like a lot of bools. Holy moly. Red zircon. Let's just make this ruby for the, there we go. For the vine, for the memes. Integrated logic, that's all good. Random access memory should be pretty chill as well. We're going to need 9 monocrystalline silicon boules, which I think we've already cut up a lot of this stuff, to make 144 wafers. I think we're good. I think we're good on wafers, surprisingly. Hello, Chris Surya. I don't have a playlist thing. You'll just have to pop into my Discord and ask me about it, because I just go off the noggin, frankly. Green sapphire. Yes, that is the one. Let's do our 16 RAM chips in here. I think that's it, really. That doesn't seem that bad. And then once these are done, I'll swap some of the ruby lens stuff. I'm going to keep a ruby lens in my inventory so I remember. Free. So I'm going to get rid of... Actually, no. Fine copper wire were probably good. Tin bolt, all of this stuff seems pretty easy. I think we need to look at SMD resistors. Carbon, polyethylene, and tantalum, that's so free. Oh, so free. Transistor, gallium foil, tantalum wire, polyethylene. It's just too easy sometimes. Hello, DJ XMOC1. It is time to get a watch. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I mean, it's whatever time it is in your time zone, I guess. It's cool though that you made music in GTNH. Yeah, I'm planning on making another bit of music. I've been working on the nanochip assembly complex, doing sound design and actually voice lines for NAC, because they're making a Endgame circuit assembler multi-block. It's really cool. It's got a new automation challenge. It's really interesting. And they wanted it to be like GLaDOS. So I think I'm gonna I like sent in some voice lines that sound like GLaDOS. I did a bunch of like voice manipulation with Melodyne and some effects and stuff. And yeah, that'll be fun. And some, like, how all multis have like a sound that they make when they're operating, or all Gregtech machines in general, actually. I made one for NAC as well. But I do plan on making a second 3-piece album for maybe 2.9, who knows. Okay, 256 4 times electrum wire. Jeez. Jeez. Three. Perfect. Perfect. Got that. And I think we can knock the motors off. I think the silver needs to be cabled, which... Man, I forgot to put it on circuit 24. Fuck my Chungus life. Can't wait to hear that. I love your music. Thank you, Brianna. How have you been, by the way? It's been a minute. 9 voice in GTNH before Half-Life 3. That might be true. That might be true, depending on the release schedule for 2.9. And I think the voice is going to be like a secondary thing for NAC. It's not like the focus, which is totally understandable. Let's bend some plates while we're here. 512 is 8 stacks. Are these all on circuit 1? Nice. That's just about everything. Okay, we need to get back on the advanced circuit grind. You're doing well, that's good. It's good to hear. Let's grab our diodes first. I feel like doing this in the simplest way possible is probably the best way. So let's go diodes first. We need gallium arsenide dust, which means gallium arsenide crystals. Oh gosh, what just happened? Why so many reactors? For the fun of it, believe it or not. Because I enjoy it. Because they're my favorite machine, and I need something to do to keep myself sane on this server. Where is the goddamn... There we go. Silly, silly. Oxygen? I don't remember that. Gallium, arsenic. Okay, right. That, then that. There we go. There we go. All right, 16 arsenic dust should be very doable. Let's see. Oh, okay. We might be saved here. Is that arsenic I see down here? Oh, thank the Lord. Passive line, best line. Also, pink coils on LCRs are nifty, nifty. We can't even make pink coils yet. To make more reactors is actually the best answer yet. Yes, we are doing this so we can make even more chemical reactors. I was thinking about 576 of them, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for that level of commitment. All right, I'm going to make more boules, and then I'm going to take these ones that are already made and break them up. I think I just slap those bad boys in here. Yeah. 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 And then this should be enough to macerate into what we need, I think. Although we need 128, so maybe we need a stack more. What's the conversion ratio on this? 1 to 4? Yeah, we need a little bit more of that. Understandable. Understandable. Have a nice day. You know what, Robin? I was thinking about 576. I don't know if I can do that. Like, if you got... I was thinking about it, but I think that might be like too crazy. I feel like I could get peer pressured or bullied into it, but I don't know if I would, like, I don't know. I wanted to, well, I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's a world record anyway, right? No one knows. I guess I could say it's a world record and then other people could try to beat it. Forge hammering gallium arsenide is a waste. Oh, did I just waste a bunch? I don't think so. Wait a minute. Four small piles. 16 small piles, 4 gallium arsenide dust. You just macerate as two. Where? What the fuck? I'm trying to calculate this in my head. It's either 64. This is equivalent to 64. Oh, you're right. It is 2 times worse. Whoopsie. I did not mean to do that. The record is 6070 in HV. That would be interesting. That is interesting. Where did the rest of my crystals go? There we go. Okay, there's our gallium arsenide, and for some reason I crafted it into big dusts when I need small piles. And then we need fine tantalum wire, which we seem to have plenty of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although we need 8 stacks, which is actually 6 stacks because we have 1/4 of what we need. This is girl math right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab this and all that. We just need it like a couple more stacks of fine tantalum wire. Should be pretty easy. I believe it's here. Crazy that you lose 40% from forge hammering? Yeah, I guess you do, which is a little bit astonishing, but we live and we learn. Mostly learn. Rubber. Grab all of that. Chuck that right into here. Squid ink? What the? No, please don't tell me that the pipe is clogged with squid ink now. I'm gonna... Why are you like this game? Sometimes, man. Sometimes. Okay. Insert. There we go. There we go. What the fuck is this? Why do I have a stainless steel cell of squid ink? Sorry if it's been asked, but are the Botania and Thaumcraft guides still planned? Oh man. I have the scripts, they're just so back burner at this point because my priorities have shifted. I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. I've been working a lot recently on a music analysis of Hollow Knight, and then I have a script lined up for a music analysis of Dune. So I've been like mostly focused on that. We could use more laser engravers low-key. I guess we'll do that when we're in HV. It can be awful when the game does what you ask it to. Exactly. Speaking of which, let's go see if our PTFE line has broken yet. We're out of PTFE because we're out of fluorine because we're out of empty cells. Okay, that's understandable. Where are all of our empty cells going? So I think I need to round robin split the empty cells that are all going into methane right now between this chem reactor. So insert on white, and then we'll do extract round robin. Let's see if that helps. I can imagine that it will. Although we might lose all of our cells to hydrogen anyway. We'll just have to see about that. Because where does the cell go? It goes to oxygen, which goes looped into here. Okay, okay. Something is happening. I might just need to add more cells in general to the whole automation. Ugh, cell chemistry. Moisten thyself. Cheers. I've been watching old back VODs, and back then it was mentioned a couple of times. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to doing them. It's just I've been having some like block with specifically video editing. That I just haven't been video editing as much as normal. I don't know. Let's see if that does what I need it to do. Because I think that should be enough. What is this? Oh. Cyberpunk end credits music. That's kind of fire. Man, I can't wait to do a subathon. Once Potato's done, I'm gonna get Cyberpunk in there. Fucking what's it called? So many games that I've been wanting to play. Okay, I think our HV motors are crossed off the list. The stainless steel rotors are crossed off the list. HV machine holes. You'd think I'd learn after the first time that I did it, right? You'd think I would learn. Man, dude, that's oh my god. Anyway, when will you learn that your actions have consequences? I think we need some gold wire for the HP machine holes. About 128 gold cables is what we need. Potato is on hour 440 or something. Good luck. True. That is true. But I think of it this way. If I can turn the subathon into essentially like a 9 to 5 job where I'm ration it out so that the money is equal to like a good hourly rate, then it feels like it's not a job at all, right? It feels like it's not a slog. It's just like as if I was working a 9 to 5, right? It's kind of perfect. That's what I was thinking. Blood magic meteors are starting to seem really silly and overpowered. We've been sidestepping a lot of things just by calling down meteors and IV. Yes. Yeah, yes. Yeah. They're very good. There's no getting around it. They're just so strong. All right, let's see. Do I need anything else today? I guess we can keep working on the circuits until I get tired or until you guys get tired. I do need to cook dinner for me and my mom tonight. So I think I got a good 50 minutes to like let's batch out all the shit we need for these circuits, I think. I think I needed one more stack of fine tantalum wire. That looks right. 312, 3 times 4. Okay. Um, we've got the diodes cut out. We need SMD resistors, which is fine tantalum wire and carbon dust. 1, 2, 3, 4. And carbon. We should have a lot of that from something or other. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. I'm going to make some rice and beans tonight. Just like Portuguese, like how do you say it? Like just classic. No, nothing. This one of our favorite meals because it has all the protein you would need and it's got all the vegetables and fiber and it's just such a good filling meal. Magic investment pays off. Nugget duping. Yeah, you're right because we're gonna need some gallium, right? Let's get that going right now. Let's do a little bit of nugget duping on stream, shall we, chat? First, I want to check in on this laser engraver because this is probably done. So let's split the remaining stuff between the two. Split, split. Here and here. There we go. I do have to say, I have gotten really good at that meal. It's such a comforting, fulfilling meal. All right, gallium nuggets. We need some of these soybeans. So let's go grab soybeans from the farm and some gold nuggets, I think is what we need. Let's grab a filtered conveyor. Is this on export mode? It's in import. Switch that around. Free. What is this? Electrum. Okay. Let's also grab some soybeans. Flurbin has been farming. He's got the Flurb farms up, so if you borrow from Tofu XP Craft, will they notice? No, they won't. But I won't. We're pretty rich now. We have a lot of technology going on, so we have most of what we need. In fact, Goose has like asked us or like told us like we are free to borrow anything from them. But at a certain point, I like doing it myself. You know what I mean? It's just more satisfying. That should be enough. Yes, yes. Goose's XP Craft was for the whole server because he like way overdid it like he normally does. I love Goose. He's so funny. He just he's just such a character. We were talking about this like he just makes like extreme overkill stuff and I'm like when I think about it, I'm like, the throughput issue seems to be I can't use all of this stuff that you're making. What like I don't know, he just goes way above and beyond. It's so funny. Okay, let's see. To duplicate gallium nuggets, what are we looking at? 2 metallum, 1 electrum, 1 permutatio. So, yep, we have all that. Let's just get it going. So we just need to refill every once in a while. I think metallum drains twice as fast as everything else. So we need to do twice as many of the gold nuggets. But those are pretty free because we can get them through mob farming, so. Yeah, you are the throughput bottleneck, exactly, right? I was like hearing him talk about these like crazy things, like I can make more XP than I can physically fit in Stabeloy pipes. And I'm like, it seems like you are the problem. He's so funny. I love playing on a server with him. We were thinking about doing a Garden of Grind server. I was thinking like, hey, I like one time I proposed, hey, we should do a multiplayer Garden of Grind, and Goose is like, hell yeah. He was very interested in that. The server is still alive despite all of our best efforts to absolutely destroy it. All right, I don't want to keep you guys here, so let's grab a couple of nugs. Let's just finish off this crucible worth of Essentia and stuff, and then we'll call it on that, and then get our gallium foils, and then get the rest of everything crafting, and we should be good to go. I am going to make use of all of the electrum and permutatio. Well, I guess permutatio is pretty free. So it's mostly the electrum that I want to make use of. There you go. 1 stack always goes back. We put the rest in here. I can grab all my stuff now. Let's snag this. And then we're going to fluid extract this into plates, I think. So let me do... Oh, scary. Screw... Oh, I think we'll actually do it into ingots, because that just makes most sense at this point. Move that, grab that, perfect. And let's grab some of our speed upgrades. There we go. Now it's going. Server's still alive. 3 is doing that. He's doing he's doing a community run though. That's different than like a content creator run, I feel like. Community runs are so hectic sometimes. We actually need very little gallium for this. Circuit 10 to get foils. We should be good. Let's see, what music do I want to hear? What was I doing? What am I doing, chat? Fine aluminum. Oh, fine tantalum wire. Okay, we're back. We're back on track. 3, 4. We got our gold cables. We can put those in the chest. Why is my aim so bad? Oh my god, dude. Machine hulls are golden. Let's turn this off of auto output. It's not on auto output. Auto output. Turn off extract. Or just turn it onto never active. And then let's grab our fluid from here. And we're going to replace this with polyethylene real quick. The last thing is our gallium foils. Perfect. And then it is a circuit 3. Are you planning on another community run soon? I don't know. I might use that server for my own purposes. I was thinking that it would be really nice to have that server up for my own GOG run if I ever did that. I was thinking about starting a single player run though soon. I think multiplayer is nice, but everyone moves at different paces. And I miss sometimes being able to, like sometimes they don't have anything to stream on Project Singularity. We got so ahead that we ended up not having anything to do for a while. Which is why this 64 LCR thing is what I'm doing right now, because I need something like meaningful to sink my teeth into. Something big and Greg. So I was thinking, yeah, starting another solo run would be kind of nice. Maybe GOG, some other challenge. You guys have any ideas? I think GOG has been done a lot, right? I do think people have seen GOG. I guess like Goose's was the biggest run, but like people are streaming it all the time. I guess there's no like edited GOG runs. What I'm wondering is there a more creative challenge that we could do that would be even more clickbaity than GOG? Okay, genuinely, I think we're like pretty good to go on most of this stuff. We would just need to roll this into the circuit assembler and then call it a day, essentially. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of RAMs? Close enough. Let's get cutting on these circuits. Oh my gosh, perfect U1 with the prime sub. Thank you. 5 months in a row? Damn! Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. Some kind of magic block challenge? What do you mean by magic block challenge? One block? Well, one block is basically GOG, right? Steamgate, twist run, a randomizer. Yeah, lurker gang. I wasn't gonna call you out on it, but I have never seen you chat, so I was very thankful for the prime sub. Hang tight, lurkers. I'm gonna empty all of this stuff into a chest here. And then we can sort through it and see what we need, see what we don't. Just to make life a little less scattered here. Okay. The first thing we do is 1024 tin bolts. I'm going to use what we have here. We got 6 stacks. So that's 16 stacks. We need 10 stacks of tin bolt. I don't know how to do the math on this. What the heck? What do I look like? A philosopher? Is that what? Like 512, 576, 600, 580, 640? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. It literally is 640, which means you divide that by 4, so 160 ingots, and we're just out of tin. Damn. Could you explain how essentia seeds work? I I don't know about those seeds. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know the tech. I wish I did, but they're really overpowered from what I hear. Well, I'll figure them out someday soon. They'll get nerfed before I figure it out, though. 128 plus 32, I think. Is that 160? That must be. Who knows? Perfect. Okay, we got our tin bolts coming through. Got diodes, we need fine copper wire, that's for sure. We got a little bit of it. Maybe not enough to sustain us through what we need. Infused seeds, yes. Yes, they're very powerful. The speedrunner boys use them a whole lot. 6, 7. Oh, it's annealed. Damn, they need to give annealed copper a new texture, because I can never tell the damn difference. How many do I need? 16 stacks, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, so I need 5 more stacks of this. 1, 2, 3. Damn, the tin bolts are slow as fuck. Let's start having these guys file in. So we need 2 more stacks of fine annealed copper wire. That should, or fine copper wire normal. Oh, there we go. That should be pretty easy. 6 stacks of tin bolts. We need 10 more stacks. 1024 diodes. Let's grab all the diodes we got and divvy them up. I'd say it's a good amount of diodes right there. That's 16 though, 16 stacks. SMD resistors, we need a good amount. I think we're still crafting diodes currently. The resistors will come in a sec. Saying goodnight now. Catch you next stream. Catch you next stream, Teo. Thank you for popping in today. I appreciate you. It looks like Flurbin desperately needs to assemble something. So I'm gonna grab this and move it over to the other assembler real quick. And we're gonna switch the recipe here so that way it's doing what I need more desperately, which is the resistors. I don't need transistors currently, right now. That should be good. There we go. All of these diodes can go in the next one. I'll just leave them in there for now, actually. Don't want to bother. Is there anything I should do to just get this started, I guess? It's looking good. I need a couple more circuit boards though. I actually think I literally need like 6 circuit boards, which is so sad. I need 8 actually. Yeah, we can do this. Do we have copper foils? Of course not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We turn that into foils. Circuit 10, perfect. Flurbin's assembling something. What is he doing with dark steel bars? Pressurized fluid tank, reinforced obsidian. Huh. Some fun stuff over here. Ah, wither containment. I see, I see. How long till HV? A week or so? That's what it's looking like. I would have to ask Hecuba to know exactly, but I think that's what we're planning for now. Yeah, seems to be coming at a good enough time. All right, I think we could just start this because I know I can just. All the materials get used kind of in unison, so I just need to like make sure that it's all equivalent in the chest up here. 2, 3. Four, 5, 6, and we need 2 more stacks of ILC. Understood. For some reason, we made a lot more RAM than we made ILC. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, we're just waiting on it. I see. And then circuit boards. That should be everything, I think. Unless I'm forgetting something very important. Oh, silly me. SMD resistors. 4 stacks. It's going to be 16 stacks when we're done with it, which is okay. So we've gone halfway on these bad boys. Circuit 6. Okay. We're pretty much good with today. I think there's just a lot of like crafting that I'm going to have to do on my own time. As you can see that we've gotten pretty much all of the resources we need for our 4 stacks of HV circuits. I don't know if there's anything else we need to sort out really. I think let's take a look at the steel cost because I did see that we need 1,400 steel machine casings. And I am a little bit curious as to how expensive that actually is. So I think the next stream that we do will be conquering steel somehow. And then doing the cupronickel coil blocks, I feel like. And maybe a little bit of mining on the way. So let's look at what we need off the rip. Steel frame boxes, steel rod. God damn. Yeah, this is a lot, actually. Several thousand steel. We are going to need over 10,000 steel ingots for this. Luckily, our infernal blast furnace should pretty much, yeah, 11,000. 264 steel ingots for a stack of LCRs, which is like understandable, but also a little bit crazy. So what I'm going to do, chat, is I'm going to call stream here. I think we've made fantastic progress setting up our PTFE line. Let's give it like a triple check just to make sure it's all functioning. And I see a lot of machines with the faces on, so this is a very, very good sign. 20,000 polytetrafluoroethylene. In the end, we'll need 582,000 liters, so it looks like I'm going to need to go mining a bunch. We're going to get a lot of lepidolite. So maybe let's go mining and then get some lepidolite, and then I will call stream after that. Man, though, I enjoyed coming back, streaming with you guys. This has been fun. Let's see, where are we at? I don't even know where this needs to be. I think it needs to be at 442. No. Tin bolts are down, so this needs to be at 888, maybe? I guess I'll have to figure this one out myself. Conquering steel is pretending it isn't an issue, and then suddenly you find you scale oxygen fast enough that you can spell tens of thousands of wrought iron. I actually have a better way to conquer steel. And I have an idea about what we can involve ourselves in, because there's a thing that I've been wanting to do that I haven't had a reason to do exactly yet. So we're going to do that tomorrow or whenever I stream next. Will probably be either tomorrow or Thursday. So let's go mining. Let's get our lepidolite, and then I will call it a day. I think that's a good, satisfying way to end the day. All right, do we have a salt vein that we haven't fully depleted yet? I see mica, that's nice. Tin, mica. I can just search, I guess. Let's also ban this ban evader. Get banned. Wow. We might be entirely out of salt veins. All right, let's go prospecting. So we've got our MV prospector scanner with mana steel. Let's go float around here. I'm gonna turn on, the ore veins are on, so we should be good there. The way you'll want to do this with a prospector scanner that's not so good, this is only 5x5 chunks. To be the most efficient, you go to the corner of an ore chunk. Where is the corner? It's like right here-ish. We can dig down a little bit. And then you get a huge reveal area. So we got tin, which is nice. Let's keep going around. I can also bring a piece of stone with me. The problem is my voiding drop filter removes it all, so let's put that on. Remove that for now. You'll also see that these have a successful scan percentage, so you want to go a couple of times. I think 3 times for 40% is not ridiculous. Stack of cobble does well. Yeah, I just got one. I had to get rid of my vacuum, or my filter. Is that salt? No, kaolinite. Wow, no luck. Hey guys, don't mind me. I'm just popping in here. Nothing. I can recognize the salt vein in my top right in my like mini map because it's a little bit pink. Nothing. Basaltic mineral sand. We're getting trolled. Lady Luck is not on our side today. This might just be penance for not mining ever. Is that salt? Yay! We got one. We got, finally. I'm just gonna have to deal with all the damn mobs. Alright, we're looking specifically for the lepidolite. So we don't really care about much of this other stuff. I need to get my vacuum filter back out because I don't want to deal with all this. Voiding drop filter is what it's actually called. I do have to say though, that is satisfying. Unpowered repelators? You know what? You're kind of right. Like, there's nothing stopping me from getting a repelator. We're pretty close to home, too. I might leave it for next time, though. I didn't even think about that. The thing that stopped me from using repelators is that I would have to go and, like, set up power for them, and that'd just kind of be a pain in the ass with all the inventory stuff. But yeah, you're right. If I didn't power it, it wouldn't... I don't need it to be huge. I just need it to work. Oi. I hate gravel so much, man. If I could remove gravel from World Gen, I would do it. I would fucking do it. Gravel. PMO so much, man. And dirt. Oh my god. There's so much dirt underground. Whoa. It's funny that Flurbin is also going mining at this exact moment. The number one reason for a bound pickaxe is that... Wait, bound pickaxe goes through gravel and dirt? Huh? Oh, sheesh. I'm gonna be making one of those. Damn. I didn't know that. Does the... I wonder if the Terra Shatterer also goes through dirt, though. Yeah, we are kind of pulling a goose here. I think I'm powerful enough I can just ignore the mobs for a little bit. Okay, I think that's everything that I want. Maybe it'll go on this side. They're just kind of annoying at a certain point. It's a little bit more lepidolite down here, but I don't want to deal with all these baddies right now. So let's skirt on home. Here's my setup. Flurbin and I are doing the same exact thing right now. Alright, all of those are empty. Put the mining backpacks back. Sort this. Grab the lepidolite. Plop it in here. Rock salt we'll probably want to process at some point, so we'll just throw it in the mass of chests. And then I am too lazy to process everything else, so we are going to turn it into dust. I'll keep the spodumene, probably has something. This we can just macerate into actual salt in a bit. Hi, Mr. Nibbles. Yeah, unfortunately, I am just on my way out of streaming. We just finished up stream as far as I'm happy with. Oh, I didn't think about this. I need to set up the rest of the circuits. Oh gosh. Do we have good circuit boards? Well, let's set it up then, shall we? I can't tell what I need to load up where. I think I need a lot more of these SMD thingies. Let's see, how many diodes do I have? 706. That seems like the right number. Let's make some damn circuit boards then. We got a minute left. We got a couple of minutes left. I got like 15 minutes to spend. We'll be right here. How are you doing, Mr. Nibbles? My sentiment is that bound tools are all packaged in that dirt gravel make a very strong argument for making it ASAP. Oh, okay. So the bound shovel, okay, I see what you mean. So the bound pickaxe can't mine dirt and gravel, which would be really nice. That would be a pretty cool thing for it to be able to do. Let's see. Let's also load up on all the rest of this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks of RAM for the last step. We need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of those. We need fine electrum wire, annealed copper bolt. Integrated logic circuit is just everywhere. Thank you. $512, which means we need 321 in this chest right now. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Slap that down there. Got 2 stacks in there. All right, we're basically waiting. This needs to be circuit 3, 6, circuit 6. We need to get enough wood pulp, which is 4 stacks of wood pulp for our good circuit boards. We'll also need some gold wire. Jesus, 2048 gold wire. 128 16 times, which means 8 stacks of gold. Okay, we can do that. Doing good, been preoccupied with moving all of my auto crafting and upgrading it. Lovely, that's always good. Having a good auto crafting room that can like last you throughout the entirety of the pack is kind of nice. I had that one chunk per multi room that lasted me from like IV till the end of the game, essentially. It's pretty nice. Giant log, 64 wood pulp. I can't macerate logs? That's weird. I guess it's only planks. Got our washed lepidolite, which we'll put in our PTFE setup for more fluorine. I'm scared to think about how many mining sessions I'm gonna have to do. But in reality, I don't know. Will I be able to open this on HV date? Yeah, probably. If I really lock in and mine all the lepidolite out, I think we'll be good. That's just gonna be the huge bottleneck there, though. Everything seems to have cells, which is good. Hydrochloric acid is recycling. Yeah, and then eventually this will clog up, like the hydrochloric acid won't be able to recycle, and then the excess cells will go back somewhere else, which is good. My AE2 patterning area is total spaghetti. I need to start converting things to multi-blocks. They should all be multi-blocks as soon as possible. That is my pro recommendation. Okay, 256. Let's put the pulp back. 2048 copper foil. Actually, no, I don't need that. We're done with that. That's just the wire. Okay, so we just need refined glue. And then we're good. Okay. And this is circuit 1. Hopefully this is not the slowest thing human... 60 seconds. Okay. Whatever. That's just going to take forever. "16 stacks of SMD resistors go into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 16 stacks of diodes go in here. We've got the circuits. We just need silver bolt, annealed copper bolt, fine gold wire, fine electrum wire. This is the last stand of all the stuff we need. This is doable. This is doable. Fine gold. We have the copper wire. Silver bolt goes into there. Annealed copper bolt. Okay. 256 electrum, 2 stacks of gold. Two stacks of silver go into the bolt maker, and then we need our annealed copper, which is 4 stacks of that. Should be doable. There's 1 stack of annealed copper right there. What happened to my inventory? Am I going crazy? Am I lagging? Okay. Hey, Aidcraft, how's it going? 64 LCRs for why? Why not, right? Why not, Aaron? What else am I gonna do? You can macerate logs? Huh. Huh. I thought I looked at that. Silver bolt, annealed copper bolt. Okay. That. Gold wire fine. Electrum wire fine. Perfect. I'm not going to do that yet. There's the circuit boards we need. Let's use some of these materials right now. Fine electrum wire. We can at least put like 4 stacks in here. Fine gold wire. Don't have a lot of that, do we? And silver bolts. Yeah, we're kind of getting held up on that. I just need machines to process stuff, and then I'll come back and sort it all out, I guess. In the meantime, I'm actually going to empty this out so I don't get confused. Okay, I dare say that's like everything we can do to prepare, and then I just need to put all this material together. VOD going up on Twitch or YouTube, or both? VODs only go up on YouTube for me. I have a VOD channel if you want to check it out. You can hop into the Discord, I can hook you up. The only answer to why not is wait. Oh, do you prefer 128? If someone triple dog dared me, like if someone dropped like I don't know, that's like a lot of work to do 576 LCRs. That's a lot. That's really hard. Like you've seen the work we put in today, and then we're gonna need 15,000 lepidolite, right? That's more than a decent amount. If someone dropped probably like $300, I would consider 577. Or how about this? $577 for 577 LCRs. That's the challenge. That is the challenge. If you want that, that's where it's at. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. It's been lovely. We've been catching up. We got our project ahead of us, our LCRs. It's going to be great. I hope you guys had a good time today, because I did. And I'll see you guys soon. I think probably either tomorrow or Thursday. Let's go find somebody to raid, and then we'll call it a day. Who is streaming today? Potato is alive doing something. Flurbin is alive. Let's raid Flurbin. He always streams for a long time. Alright, chat, as I start this raid, be kind to yourself and others. Do the best that you can. And that will be enough. I think that will be good. We could always use more kindness in the world. That's why I say be kind to yourself and others. So, I hope you guys have a good day, good night, good week, or whatever it will be till you next see me, and I wish you guys the best. Peace, everyone. Oh gosh, my raid either canceled. I think we might be double raiding here, chat. Uh-oh. Well, if it doesn't raid, I don't know what to do. Peace, everyone.